morning, Prof. Happy first Sunday of the month and Happy New Year to you.
Oh, come on.
I know, please.
Morning, baby.
Hold on. I am from Nigeria, right? So we have to greet ourselves. So Happy New Month, Happy New Year, Happy New Week, Happy first Sunday of the month. So yes, how
Happy
are you
New
doing?
Month. Happy first Sunday of the month. That works. But think about it, right? This is the second month of the year, okay? So the year has already lost 1 month out of 12. Yeah, that's about 8% of the year that is gone.
That is gone already.
Yeah, so the year is not. I mean, it's still about newish, but think about a dress that you bought. I mean, if the life of that dress is 5 years, and you've already worn it for 6 months, right?
You know that it's no longer
new.
Well, it's a new. So February is different from March, right? January is
new
different
month.
from February.
I'm just not sure about the new year.
It's a new month. So anyways, viewers, good morning all to you. Happy new month. Happy first Sunday of the month, of the new month to you. Hope you're all well.
Happy
Let
communion.
us know how you're doing. Let us know how you're doing. Prof, how are you doing, sir? It's good to see you today.
Yeah, of course. It's good to see you. Never mind about the new year and all that. Happy New Year if you want that. And higher New Year. Yes.
It is. Do you know, this morning I was dressing up and I was thinking to myself, do you know what? It's February already. Like, seriously.
Well, it's not just February. It's what, 7th of February?
Yeah.
That's 1/4 of the month gone already.
So, but anyways, regardless of what it is, we are going to enjoy it. We're going higher this year. It is higher and higher and higher for us on the SonRise show. So welcome again, our viewers. So good to have you on the show with us this morning. Hope you're all doing well. You are in a ride with us. We have such lovely guests joining us very soon. But yeah, Prof, before we get into all of that, how was your week? Before you say, Bibi, you didn't ask me how much.
It was good. It was good. It was good. It's a good week. First week in February. Like we were saying, now we're at 6 weeks into the new year. Yeah. Everything's, kind of settled as far as work is concerned. New things, we had another conversation last night, right? So a lot is changing. More people are getting vaccinated. Things are moving forward. You're seeing some countries, for example, in Israel, more than half of the population has already been vaccinated. Things are looking very, people are feeling optimistic in that sense. So, yeah.
I am really looking forward to when they will say that, yes, we can actually go out. It's like, it's getting to that point where you just feel like, okay, yes, we need to get out. And the conversations yesterday was really good. It was great. I'm sure people are not tired of it. By the way, someone reached out to me and said that, Bibi, I went to take the vaccine because I watched the show last time.
Somebody else, yeah.
So, yes. So it's really a good thing. So now for this morning, Prof, you don't know what I've come with for you this morning. So I wanted us to talk about something, something really, and I don't know, because you're not really a social media person. Well, you're a minister of God and you're very spiritual and
excuse me.
All of that. But Prof, lately, especially in this lockdown, right? There has been so many different challenges on social media. So, like the Bob challenge, there was another one, I wouldn't say the name, actually.
Yeah, we're not going to advertise their challenges. They want us to advertise
in the only place. This is the only place, so we're not going to talk about that. But yes, this is the only show we wouldn't talk about something like that. But yes, things like that. But why do I want us to talk about it? It's more of, as Christians, because I do see people who are Christians, even our friends, that joins into all of these challenges, and to them they're having fun. What is your take on us as Christians partaking or being a part of these challenges?
It depends on what you mean, right? I mean, when you talk of challenges, that challenges on social media haven't really, they are not new. And you ask me what's my take on believers taking part in challenges. You forget that just a couple of months ago we were doing the gratitude challenge. So,
Well, yes, actually, that's true. But that is gratitude challenge.
Yeah.
So that you can say it's more of a spiritual exercise. Like
yeah, but your question was about challenges in general, right?
Well, okay, yes. Can I remove that? Let me just
no. It's fine. I understand what you mean. I think your question is what I like to call the question of, or the dynamite conundrum. I just made that up, but I'll explain what I mean. So I don't know how many people know that Alfred Nobel, after who the Nobel Prizes are named, he actually invented dynamite. And it's said that the Nobel Prizes are one of his ways of giving back out of remorse for what dynamite ended up being used for in terms of explosive destruction and so forth. But the issue with dynamite is that there's nothing intrinsically wrong with dynamite, right? It just depends on whose hands it's in. There's nothing wrong with nuclear fission, right?
Yeah.
It just depends on who
it gets into the wrong hands. Yeah.
Then what they use.
Right.
And so many years ago, this feels like maybe even 10 years ago, I don't know whether you remember the ice bucket challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. The
guy that started it actually passed on eventually at some point. Yeah.
So there was the ice bucket challenge. I don't know whether you remember the Hallelujah challenge.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think that these challenges have kind of been a part of social media for a long time. I think the question actually goes deeper for me, what I like to say is the heart of what social media means for people. Just off the top of my head, thinking of it, I can think of perhaps, 2 or 3 different ways, or even 4 different things social media can mean to people, or different ways people use social media. So the first way I can think of is expression.
Yep.
Second way is that people use it as an extension of themselves.
Yeah.
Okay? The third way I can think of it is that people use it as a way of aspiration.
Yeah.
And then the fourth way I think that people can use social media is it can be used for repression. Okay.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. So I can explain what I mean now. So for expression, I think people just use it to what most people use it for, right? Yeah. Share ideas and things like that.
Yep.
But some people actually use social media almost as a journal or a diary, where it's an extension of themselves. They went to use the bathroom and they are telling you on social media.
Just document everything. Yeah. Yes.
And you kind of think, well, if you've opened the window to your entire life on social media, wow. And I honestly, I struggle to.
Well, people get paid for that, by the way, Prof. People get paid for it.
I know. I mean, reality shows and all that, right? People get paid for it. And some don't get paid for it yet. They insist on sharing the very intimate details of their lives. I don't understand it, but there you go. So that's the extension bit. There's the aspiration bit. Somebody would say it's the faking bit, where people, they tell you it's aspirational. Never mind that, the house is mine or the car isn't mine, or I just borrowed the clothes.
Just borrowed clothes.
Yeah. And then there is the other part where I use the term repression, or you can call it whatever you like, repression, whatever, but where the exercise of people's, all of these other rights, expression and all of these other things actually then becomes a tool for oppressing or repressing other people. And some people actually perfect that. They get on social media and their primary use of that is to kind of oppress other people. But we're not going to talk about that, but I think, so when we think about these challenges that we're talking about, I think that a lot of these challenges would typically, in my view, fall, say, in the category of the expression or the aspiration, right? I mean, there might be the extension bit, but somehow I don't see it. So you see people being a challenge that aligns with something that they want to express about themselves, and they may not feel comfortable expressing that to the people that they see face to face. And that so-called challenge gives them an opportunity to connect with something that aligns with what they want to do.
What they want to do, yeah.
And it also tells you that sometimes when you look at that, you can see what's in somebody's heart. They may not tell you to your face, or you see what they're doing. Right? Why? You're expressing what's inside you, right?
Exactly.
Yes. And then the aspirational bit as well, it's possible, because if there's a challenge and it's something that people want to be, even if they are not that thing, then they let it be so that they can at least live in that moment in that place where they could never, perhaps in their view anyway, be like people. So the question is, how do I think that believers ought to engage with this, or whether at all they should engage with this? I think it boils down to the same thing I said, right? As believers, what's inside you? What are you expressing? And what are you aspiring to? And ultimately, it tells us a little bit. It tells us a lot, I think, about you, right? Because if you look at the challenges and the things that people do, it tells you about them. I remember one of many years ago when I did, well, I don't think it was called a challenge thing, but I think you could call it one. One of the very first I did, or perhaps the only ones, was November. And that's probably when I started, and I never stopped, the little that would come out. November. And why did I join it? I'm actually not sure, but I think it's maybe it was an aspiration for me. I wanted to aspire to grow a beard. Or maybe because I thought, there's something that seems noble, and people are doing it maybe for a good cause. So, and I want to express that maybe my faith is not just all about, within church, benefiting me and myself and my friends and my neighbors. So maybe I can do something different. I know that I've seen people. I don't know. Have you done these races that people do, race for cancer, marathon? Because I've seen people.
No, I haven't done it, but I know that there
are certainly people within church that have done it, and I've been
that have done it. I think Tokes is one big person.
Well, there you go.
She's on the roll with that.
Yeah, so I can think of a couple of people. So we may not tag these challenges, but what's a challenge, right? Isn't it something that a movement, if you like, a temporary movement that somebody starts to highlight something, a cause, support something. So if you can categorize these as challenges, then I would say, for me, the question is, what is inside you that you're trying to express? And that thing you're expressing, is it something that you'll be proud of and you'll be comfortable with to say, yes, because it tells us who you are in essence, right?
So do you know, Prof, just to jump in right there, as you said, you have to check whether it is something that why you want to be part of it and all. What happens to you, because I have seen this a lot, by the way, where you don't want to be part of the challenge, so the individual doesn't post a video of them being a part of that challenge, but you see them liking the videos of other people. Do you understand? So like, I'm a believer. Oh no, I shouldn't do this challenge. I shouldn't be part of it. But I have people I follow on social media that they didn't post it, what they've done, and I'm like liking their post or even going as far as commenting. Would you say? How do you see that for believers? Because for me, it looks more to me like I'm just being an hypocrite. Like I wouldn't do it myself, but I would encourage another person to do it. That isn't what God wants me to do, right? But I'm sure a lot of people don't really see it like that. For them, it's not my page. I didn't do it. She did it. I liked it. It doesn't really matter. But what do you think about that?
I think it does take some courage, right? To stand up for something that you believe in. Now, whether we agree with your belief or not is a different matter. I'll give you an example. Maybe actually, I say many years ago. It wasn't many years ago. Last year, nobody traveled anywhere, so it feels like such a long time. I think it was a couple of years ago, on one of my trips to the States, and we were walking around the White House, and we walked past. I think it was one person with, I think maybe she had 2 dogs or something around her, and she had a placard, and she was protesting, full voice, full throat protest, all by herself, and shouting. And I was with somebody, and the person said, "Oh, that's just such a waste of time." I said, "Well, you might say that, but when I look at this person, I see courage. It can't be easy to stand out there all by yourself and protesting about something, and this is probably not going to have any impact at all, but you're still doing it." Now, do I agree with what she was protesting about?
No.
Well, in that particular case, no. Okay. Yeah. And in this case, I think that so when you see somebody who is courageous enough to believe something and then actually put themselves out there to do a video or something, and then you see the other person who would not do that, but they want, to kind of support that action without being seen. At the heart of it, I think, number one, I don't know whether hypocrite is the word, but certainly I would question whether there is a lack of courage. If this is something you want to express, well, why are you not expressing it? It goes back to the same question. If it's something that you don't feel comfortable enough, now I'm assuming that there aren't because there are some people that don't want to use social media for other reasons.
That's
so I'm
fine,
not assuming that this is not what I'm talking of. I'm talking of somebody who would do other things for other things. So maybe you do a church video and do a gratitude challenge or hallelujah challenge, and then when it comes to this particular,
you would do a video of you dancing.
You will like it, right? So the question is why? I think I can't answer the question ultimately, right? I think this is interesting because Pastor Timmy, I think last month now, he was talking about God in the heart. Out of it comes the issues of life. That's where the question always is. What lies behind what you're doing? And that's my what I'll say to anybody. If you want to be part of any challenge, first of all, you need to understand what the challenge is about. What is being expressed? Well, for you need to understand what it is. Are you expressing something or are you aspiring to something? Right? And then what is that thing? Right? Where is it taking you? If it's an aspiration, where is it taking you? If it's an expression, what does it say about you? Does it align? Is it in alignment with who you are or who you say you are?
And I think there's a place for also being, like we always say this, being responsible as well, especially for people who are following you, people who are looking up to you, because some people they necessarily don't speak to you, you never met them before, but they're watching you, they will do whatever it is, just as you have people that you look up to as well. So if you're going to be part of any challenge the one going on currently right now, I can't get my head around it, and I just pray that
I assume there's a specific one you're referring to.
Yes, there is. I'm sure our viewers, please don't pretend like you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you do know.
Actually, I do know what you're talking about.
Yes, because I don't want to call the name. We're not patronizing it. We're not saying that people should go on and advertise it for anything. Not at all. But I just feel like there's that place where you as a person, even after you've found why you're doing what you're doing, and if you're expressing or you're aspiring something, it's still that place of responsibility. Like, I am absolutely responsible for every post I post, I comment on, anything at all on social media. And I hope people also would think that way. But as Christians, there's so many things that we don't want to do on the outside, but as you rightly said, on the inside you're literally dying to get it done, but you can't do it because people are watching. But I think that's the heart of the matter. You see, that's why ultimately every time God speaks about these things, he's speaking about the heart, because you can have two people doing exactly the same thing and you may not approve of what they've done, but one is actually, as far as God is concerned, again, I'm not speaking for God, I'm just theorizing. Potentially one, as far as God is concerned, not a problem. He sees the heart. He knows exactly what underlies that, why that person. And the other one, but you can't tell, right? So usually we would judge by what we see on the outside. And sometimes when we have, God gives us a sneak preview or a peek as to what's going on inside. Sometimes we may be able to see. But ultimately, if we are, mature believers, certainly aspiring to become mature, we need to get to a point where we're asking ourselves these questions. Why am I doing this? What is this expressing? What is this saying about me? What is the purpose of it? Sometimes it might be something that seems innocuous, and we're not going to be creating a list of you do this and do that. That's not what this is about. That's
but
right.
Whatever it is you're going to do, you have to ask yourself, what is it? What is it that you're trying to say? And like you said, if somebody, I think for people who have children, and who certainly take the responsibility of parenting seriously, another question you might ask yourself is this something I want my child to see? Yeah. And the answer is no, then you have to ask yourself why.
Yes, absolutely. And you know what? Just as you've said, Prof, I want to say this. Viewers, if you agree with us or you don't agree with us, please send in your comments. Let's see what you think about this, how you feel about it. What are the things? Have you struggled with posting things, like you want to post something or you want to like something and you're not sure whether to do it or not? Let's discuss it, because to be honest, nobody is perfect. But as much as we want to live right, we still have to make sure that we go about it the right way, not just like masking things unnecessarily. Prof, honestly, guys, please tell me that you want this show for an hour. Honestly, I don't like the fact that just as you're getting into the meat of the whole thing, then we have to just stop and say, yes, it's time for our Spotlight Minute. But yes, I was really enjoying that. I was just warming up into it. I can talk. I'll just keep going on and on and on about it. But Prof, well, thank you for your views on that. I think we'll keep an eye on the challenges guys, please, 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 don't just jump on any bandwagon with all these challenges. Please, please, just check, as Prof said, why are you doing it? What do you want to gain from it? Or what are you trying to give out on that? So please, let's be mindful. Thank you all so very much. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our Spotlight Minutes.
See you.
Hi, Gifty. Good morning.
Hello,
morning.
Gifty. Morning.
Good morning.
Good
How are
to
you?
see you.
Fine, thank you. How are you doing?
Great. A great
Very
Sunday
well.
morning, and the sun is rising. I saw it.
Exactly. Yes. So good to have you on the show. Thank you for joining us this morning. Before we go on to anything, I think Prof was going to ask you a question, but I might as well ask you anyway.
Yeah, go ahead, ask.
Just tell us, is there something that you are passionate about that you would like us to know about?
I'm passionate about education and children. I also have an online learning platform called Teach Nation that's really passionate to me.
Is that a platform that you built, or is that a platform the third party? You built that platform?
Oh, a third party built it for me.
Oh, but it's very interesting. So it's
fantastic.
For you.
So
Teach Nation,
we will talk after the show because, as you know, I've got 2 young girls. I'm sure they would benefit from that, and I can get some discount as well. The SonRise discount,
Discount? Oh, you're on this again. All right. Let's
all right, Gifty. Well done. So now it is time for our Spotlight Minutes, and as we say, this is going to be, let's see how many questions you can answer under 30 seconds. So the record to break is five questions, right, Prof? Yes, it's 5 questions. So Prof is going to read out the questions, and you answer as you would do. All right, Prof, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so the time starts now.
What was the last book you read that you couldn't put down?
Oh my goodness.
You want to pass?
Pass.
I'll say pass.
What was your favorite song growing up?
Oh my God. The World's Greatest by R. Kelly.
What's your favorite board game?
Monopoly.
What is your favorite city?
Montreal.
What are you completely...
Time up. Gifty. Do you know what? Don't sweat it at all. Don't even worry about it at all. Honestly, these things, I don't know. I've said to Prof, I think I need to replay this. I mean, that was 3 questions.
I think what happens is, right, this is what happens. When people watch game shows and they're at home, I'm sure there's somebody at home saying, come on, say this.
Yeah, come
on.
on.
If you think you can do better, get in touch with us, right? But I think Gifty did really well. Bear in mind that if the record is 5 and she got 3, I think that was 3 that she got there. So
exactly.
That's actually not that bad.
At least you've had a feel of it now. So when you come back next time, you're well prepared. You know what to get, So thank you so much for joining us this morning. It was really nice having you on the show. We will see you soon in service, by the way. Okay. So thank you again.
Thanks,
see
Gifty.
you soon, Gifty. Bye.
See you around. Bye.
Oh, wow. That was so good. Well, not so good for Gifty, but she tried.
No, I think it's fine. This is the thing, right? When you're the spotlight, anything
that's the
can happen.
thing. And that's why it's called Spotlight Minutes. Actually, maybe we should call this hot seat or something, like hot seat. And saying that, Prof, I was thinking maybe we could bring back Gifty to talk about Teach Nation. I mean, she said she's passionate about education, and I know that she does quite a lot. I mean, this whole lockdown, she's been posting quite a lot on teaching children online. So maybe, because I'm sure parents like myself as well would like to know some tips on this homeschooling stuff. So maybe we should bring her back sometime soon to come and share some tips with us as parents, because I think it will be a very nice conversation to have with her, right?
Yeah, I think we can showcase that because certainly the teaching paradigm is shifting now. Everything pre-COVID has changed, so we have to think about how we can do this going forward, both for not just for children, but everything.
Yeah. Let's make it happen. All right, viewers, thank you so much. Thank you for staying with us. Prof, it has come to that time that you take us as the leader of the show to take us into the service as the minister of God. Please, Prof, over to you.
Thank you, Vivi. Yeah. Well, just start the service now. But anyway, yes, it's that time of the morning. We're going over to the service. Of course, today is special. Not only is it the first Sunday of the month, it's also Communion Sunday. And this month, we're going deeper with God. So I'm excited. I don't know about you. I know Bibi is. We're looking forward to hearing what God has to say to us. Make sure that Pastor Demi is prepared and ready. Come on, let's go. See you in the service. God bless you. Enjoy.
Bye. See you. Bye.